Tanya Gerocha is an 11-year-old pupil in grade 5 at Genesis School in Dar es Salaam. Her school project on wireless electricity using the Tesla coil has attracted wide attention. Today, she explains how the whole process started and why she thinks this is the future of energy.
The Tesla coil is invented by Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla is a Croatian-American scientist, an inventor and an electric engineer who dedicated his whole life on providing free wireless energy throughout the world. He also invented alternative current, also known as AC current, radio waves, remote controls, X-rays, and etc. Why I chose this? I was watching a documentary on Nikola Tesla. This inspired me and fascinated me to research more about him. We discussed with my father about the mini Tesla coil. After many failures, we finally achieved success. How this works? The components I used for this is a copper coil, non-conductive pipe, a 9V battery clip, a switch, heatsink, a transistor, a resistor, and a normal wire. So this works when you turn on the switch. The transistor, which is also here, it oscillates and amplifies the current at a high speed in the wire, which is for this thing, it's called the primary coil. This creates a magnetic flux around it. As per the law of magnetic induction, the magnetic flux will move to the secondary coil, which is the copper coil. Because of the number of turns the secondary coil has, it has more than 300 turns. And the primary coil has 3 turns. So this will create a high enough voltage to make an electric field around it. So when you put the bulb next to the electric field, the gas inside the bulb will excite and light up. So this is how it works. Wireless. And also, damaged bulbs. This is a bulb that's burnt from inside. That can also work. Here, demonstrated. And also, since the light comes from here, the gas comes from here and not from here. So if you remove this part of the bulb, this will still light up because the power comes from here, because the gas excites from here, not from here. So the bulb will still light up, as you can see. My benefits of this is that you can make this with cheap materials, and that damaged bulbs, as you saw, can also light up, but the glass shouldn't be broken, otherwise the gas will free out and it won't work. If you make a bigger and larger scale of this, a commercial scale, it can save you money by not buying cables, poles, batteries like Nikola Tesla did. He made a tower that could light up the whole New York City wirelessly. And my third advantage is that it can transmit electricity. If you use a lamp or a bulb, it can go through direct connection, but it's wireless. We should use this for Tanzania. If we make a bigger scale, we can make it eco-friendly, and we can use this for lighting the whole city, or you can just light up the whole city, but it can be eco-friendly, and we can save more money by not buying our our generator, our gas. You can just get eco-friendly stuff, and you can light your whole house or city with this.
I'm Tanya Gerocha's mom. We had a science fair at the Genesis School. She studies in grade 5, and we were discussing about what project to do, and she was very fascinated of doing something wireless electricity that she had learned, and she spoke to me and my husband about this project. First we thought it's not going to work because we've never heard a bulb lighting up without wires. So my husband started going to Kariako and Sasani, buying the components. We started making it, and it took us 2 months to make this project because everything we were doing, and the transistor or the resistor would just blow up. So I'm very proud for what she has done.
Her class teacher, Harriet Motaruki, and the school's head teacher, Jovin Joachim, also spoke about the whole idea of having the exhibition and how they help the pupil on achieving her dream.
I'm science teacher grade 5 and I'm also Tanya's class teacher. Okay, when the project was almost starting, she had to ask me the topic she's supposed to choose from, if she's going to choose science or any other subject. Okay, I advised her to take on science because she's also interested in so many things in science. When she was starting the project, I also shared with her so many different types of projects on titles in science, but she ended up settling on this. Okay, I'm proud to have her in my class. And in case of anything, she normally comes to me. She's a very good girl. She's an obedient girl because in education, you can't do anything without discipline. You have to have discipline so that you can excel in education. She's so disciplined. I'm so glad to have her. Thank you. And also we thank Genesis for at least bringing such things as projects because it helps our students to widen their minds and also to know so many things.
Project Fair is an event that happens each year. It brings together teachers, our students, and parents. Teachers are required each year to choose topics they teach in each age group, and they will get the children to choose their topics for Project Fair. Parents will be called in school, and are always called in school to be guided on how to read their children to have a successful Project Fair. Thereafter, we call in judges. Parents will come in as judges. We orient judges on how to award grades for Project Fair participants. We have best 3 groups. We have research, best model, we have research, and then we have overall winner. Thereafter, we call in the community, the parents, guardians to come to school, celebrate the awards of Project Fair. We have been doing this over 10 years, but we did not have one last year due to COVID. But this year, here we are, and it was successful and amazing.